Greetings, Lions. In this video, I'm going to give you some reminders on what to do with cleaning of your woodwind instruments. If you have a brass instrument, that's a separate video. All woodwind instruments have these rails that need to be cleaned underneath. The best tool for cleaning that is a Q-tip, a normal average Q-tip. What you want to do is you want to get down into all of these parts that you normally can't reach with a cloth. Make sure that you've scrubbed them just a little bit. You don't need to have any kind of fluid or cleaner or anything like that on your Q-tip. Just get through, get any case fuzz, dirt, anything you can out of those parts. That's a really important process. You also want to take a soft cloth and wipe off any of the tenons. That's the joints where it fits together. The part that fits in and the part that it fits into. Those should be very clean, and you can see even on mine some dirt came off. All of your woodwind instruments have pads that open and close. Each of these pads needs to be cleaned underneath. And the easiest way to do that is to take a clean sheet of paper. You could put it in little strips. I found works easier than this big half piece. You want to go under the pad, completely under the pad. Then put a little pressure on the pad, enough to where it's just snug. You don't want to tear the paper. And pull. If you see a circle on the pad, that means there's dirt there and you want to find a new clean spot and do it again so it comes up clean. Okay? Do that on every single pad that closes on your instrument. You'll need a little bit bigger paper for saxophone, a little bit smaller for clarinet pads, but do it on every single pad. That's really important. On a flute, make sure that you've used your swab to go all the way through it. Again, you don't need to put a chemical or anything on it. We will sanitize them when they come in. And then take your silver polish cloth and very carefully wipe off all of the keys on all three parts and put it away. If you've done that, then you've done your flute. Clarinet and saxophone are similar with a few exceptions. Your clarinet and saxophone mouthpiece can get washed and should get washed with soap and water. Remove the ligature. Just use normal dish soap, not detergent, but dish soap. You can use hand soap if that's all you have, but dish soap is better. And give it a scrub. A toothbrush, an old toothbrush works really well to clean it. Okay, you don't want anything that's very hard. I use what's called a thumbnail test to tell if material should come off of the mouthpiece. If you see a discoloration on your mouthpiece, scratch it with your thumbnail. If it comes off with your thumbnail, then it should come off when you clean it. If it doesn't come off with your thumbnail, then it's going to stay on there when you brush it. Brush it through and rinse it with water. Dry it off. It's good to go. We'll sanitize it when it comes in. Clarinets, though, would you please be careful and don't get your cork wet. Okay, the rest of it is fine. If the cork does get wet, just dry it real quick. Okay, with a paper towel. And you should wipe off any excess cork grease anyways, gently, not hard, or else you'll tear the cork. On a clarinet, there are places that you also want to check with your Q-tip. Besides getting into all the small spots, go into each tone hole gently, okay? Also, at the tenons where they fit, the spot where clarinets always have gunk is right in here. And go around that spot, and you'll come up with stuff. See, I came up with stuff on mine, okay? That needs to be removed. Also, go into any spots where a tenon fits, and you'll come up with stuff there too. Please do all of those spots on your clarinet. Swab through your clarinet like you normally would, and then do take a soft cloth and wipe fingerprints off of the keys the best that you can. You should also clean underneath all of your pads that close. Some of them are really small and will take a small piece of paper to get under. Again, you're not trying to rip the pad, just drag it through. Do that with all the pieces of your clarinet, and you're good to go. An oboe works the same as the clarinet as far as the cleaning, you just have less pieces. Saxophone is very similar. It's easier for you to get in between the rails and underneath, But do make sure you get all these parts because they tend to gather a lot of dust. Underneath, in between, back sides of the rails. Get all of those. Your pads are larger, so you'll be able to fit a larger piece of paper underneath each of those pads. Your neck. This is one part of your saxophone I would like you to rinse through with dish soap and water. Just a drop of soap, water, swish it back and forth, empty it out, rinse it out. Carefully dry off the cork and dry off the octave key pad, just gently. Then, this spot deserves extra attention. Take that soapy washcloth or paper towel, give it a good rub, okay? Rinse it through, shake it dry, you're good to go with the neck. The body of your saxophone, like the body of all woodwind instruments, should not see water. No water on the body of your instrument. But this part up top needs an extra special cleaning, right where your neck fits in. Really important. Mine will still come up with some stuff on it. If you want to give your instrument a nice polish, something that works that many of you have at home is this. Pledge furniture polish. It's made for lacquered surfaces, which is what your instrument is. You can give a spray. Doesn't take a lot. And it will remove fingerprints and such. You don't have to rub hard. You're just rubbing it around. And give your saxophone a nice polish. That and nice lemony scent too. Okay? The last step for all of you is to run a vacuum cleaner with a hose attachment through your case. Make sure that you've eliminated all of the fuzz and lint in there. Take out all of the things that are yours. You want to keep your accessories, especially if you're going to keep playing. So keep your accessories. Remove all those old reeds, old reed cases, pieces of music. The only thing the instrument should come back with is what you got it with. If your saxophone came with the neck strap, return the neck strap, but keep everything else. Do that with your instrument, and we'll be able to sanitize it from there. But we'll appreciate you doing a thorough cleaning of your woodwind instrument. Thank you.